All right, hey, good morning. This is Friday, November 16th. Your clocks are right. It actually is 8:15 in the morning. This is a committee meeting of the Recreation Parks Committee. To my right is Mrs. Oda. To my left is Mr. Terwilliger. I am Brock Heath as the chair of this committee, and Mr. Titterington has some information for us to run through this morning.
Sure. So we are asking for a recommendation to be authorized to start an appropriation process. And the reason for this is as part of the federal money that we are being awarded next year. We needed to make sure that all of our recreational trails within the project scope, that we had an easement or ownership title of that property. And so that's been a rather lengthy, some would say onerous process, but we're almost complete with that process, but there is a parcel that is in a state. The owners are deceased, and the will and the estate was never officially and finally settled. So in talking to the executor of the will, the attorney that is handling the will, his recommendation is that we need to go through this process so that the executor can then sign an official formal easement. They don't have any problems doing that. It's just that that is the process that has to be gone through because of the way the will has been handled and the estate has been handled and left to this point. It would include the appropriation of 0.2 acres of the almost 1 acre parcel. It's east of Trade Square West, West Trade Square West, and just south of Lytle Road. There is a sketch of the property in your packet. We are asking for consideration of emergency legislation so that we can make sure that we get this whole process done before the funds are available.
Makes sense.
This is part of a $210,000 project, $161,000 grant that we're receiving to resurface a quarter to a third of the rec trails that we have here in the city.
Yes. Thank you for the information. Can you talk about what happens if we don't go through this process? Then the funds aren't qualified to come to us at that point?
Yeah, we won't be eligible to receive the grant funds and do the resurfacing.
Yep. And you mentioned it, but there's no parties have any pushback or heartburn over doing this?
It's just the way it has to happen. Yes. With the way the estate is sitting right now.
Perfect. Pretty straightforward. Sounds like, do either of the other committee members have any questions or comments?
I just have a question. Are there other rec trail areas that we don't have legal easement to?
I think this is the only one that we have to deal with this process. Part of the process is that we've had to gain those easements. I think didn't the council already approve some at one point? This is the only one that's just not clean.
So this is like the last one?
I believe it's the last one.
The last one specifically for this project.
Okay, not for this project. Do we have any others?
Oh,
That's just a matter of interest.
Sure. Yeah, I don't know.
Not that I'm aware of, but I haven't followed parcel by parcel our bike path map.
Yeah, one of the things that took so long to get to this point is having to do that specific research every parcel by parcel. So we've concentrated on these areas because this is the money that's involved.
Sure.
We probably do have some other areas that we don't have official easements. We've got agreements or permission to do, and that's why we've got the path where we've got it. But as far as formal,
Will we be pursuing those just as a matter of getting it done?
you know, we're not going to do this. This project was a separate project that we spent some money on. We will do that if we need to spend more money, or we do another grant through MVRPC but it's not a high priority for us because it's not an issue until we get that money.
So go through the process, what's the money involved?
So because it is federal funds coming through ODOT, it's a formal acquisition process. There's kind of like an arm's length transaction. Like, I'm not the one negotiating with the property owner, right? So there's an appraisal process you have to do, or review appraisal process. They're approaching the property owner. There's specific language that has to be in the document packet that they're handed. It's just, and timing involved with each property owner.
Sure.
And some of those property owners are much more difficult to contact, follow up with, and get follow through. Without naming names, we've got some public entities that take a little longer, and so that's what drags some of this out.
So this is just the focus right now?
Correct.
Thank you.
Good. Thank you, ma'am.
None.
Sir, what do you think? Good?
Go.
Any other members of, really, anything out there? We've got the president of council here. Ma'am? Good to go? How would you like to move forward?
Let's move forward.
With emergency?
Yes.
Good to
Yes.
go? All right. We're all good to go with emergency.
All right.
We
All
good?
right, all right, thank you. If there's nothing else for us, we'll be adjourned.
Thank you.
All right?